All right. Welcome in, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. So, I must start talking about myself a little bit. It's been a tough couple of days, mentally a little bit because I don't know. You're working and you're doing a lot of things on your stream, and I'm up to 45 streams or something like that, and I haven't really gotten any traction at all, and my numbers for exposures has gone down. So it's been like almost like now I'm gonna take a couple of days off and just try to reload, because I want to concentrate on the game as well. So I've been doing that. I've been working hard this weekend, actually. I've been doing quite a bit of coding, and we have done some progress in the game. And I want to show that off a little bit. And then we are going to put our teeth in... let's put our mouse cursor on the game so it's not so freaking staggery. We have... how should I put it? We need to start thinking about mining and getting mining stuff working. That's the next big thing. However, I've been working on some background stuff in the game to make sure that everything working smoothly when we start bringing in the modules, etc, etc. So the character you see in front of you is a little bit different than it was last time. I actually implemented a storage, extra ore storage into the character. Right now it's extra ore for this character, but it's not just the module, it's actually quite a bit of stuff around it. So in the bottom, we are talking about the whole system where we are dragging in modules. If I open up this guy here by fitting window, we're dragging in modules into the high slots, and each of these high slots are connected to a connection point. So we have 2 weapon slots and 1 accessory slot on this character. And therefore, a accessory cannot... Oh, fuck off, Jimmy. Oh my god. That's a way to get blocked on my channel, man. That's a way to get blocked. Anyway, so now we have an accessory slot that we can use. I haven't even started working on the weapon slots, but it's all set up to be used. So we can actually drag these modules into my accessory slot and remove it, and we can add it and whatnot. I need to make this a little pretty though. Boom. So we need to make this a little prettier at some point. It needs to like grow into the picture. You can just pop in and pop out. That makes no sense, but yeah. So we can do that. And this slot here, for example, if we look at the ore storage, we have 17,000 in ore storage instead of the regular 5,000. And it takes quite a bit of data transfer to be able to use this. All right, that's the first thing. The second thing is that we have 2 levels of that as well. We have a second level that takes less data transfer and also gives you a little bit more ore storage. So it's 5,000 versus 20,000. So it's a couple of thousand more. That's a big difference now. We have this whole modularity when it comes to accessories. So now we can just build whatever accessories we want in Blender and attach it just like this. Just make sure that it attaches correctly. The only downside with this whole system is that each model needs its own accessories. So you see that this model is actually attached precisely to this model. So that means that every ore storage need to be updated for each of the how should I put it? Each ore storage need to have its own mesh, depending on which model it sits on. So that is a downside, but yes, it is what it is. I think it looks pretty cool. Maybe we can walk with it and whatnot. Anyway, that's the first change. The second change, well, it's actually the second change, but let's move over to the first change. So, if we check these things here, we got a target amplifier. Boom, can put that there. And we have the combat scanner. Boom, right. So, as you see, we have buttons down here now. So we can actually press the button. And what this is actually doing is that it is changing my max target distance. I didn't show how much it was before, but it was lower. It has a timer here that it will count down 5 seconds. I mean, this is just for test, so whatever timing it will be depends later on in the game, or in the future when we're testing it out and making sure that it's fitting correctly. Anyway, every time it restarts at 5 seconds, it takes energy. So if we look at the fitting, we have the energy level. It says max energy right now, but it's actually going to be, it's not going to be, it is going to be max energy, but we see that it's actually taking regular energy. It's showing up the regular energy and not the max energy. Anyway, so it does that every 5 seconds. We can see that there. Now we also have, if we close down that, it will continue going until either we run out of energy or we shut it down. When we shut it down, it sends a message to the module that it's time to shut down, but it will not shut down until this is counted down to 0. And in between those, if we can wait this to 5, when we do it, we're clicking on it and we're sending a message to it that we are supposed to shut down, and when it's done with their countdown, then it will shut down the module. And also it will, of course, do the same here. It waits until it's shut down, until it lowers the target distance, blah, 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 blah. And the same thing for my my probe, or whatever you call it. What do you call it? What the hell did we call this? We call it combat scanner. So whenever we combat scan, it actually starts because it's just going to be used once. So it's actually creating a shutdown loop straight away. So it just goes into the shutdown mode straight away and counts down to 0, and then it shuts off. And then we get the C-scan result on that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. And this is of course also connected to my buttons on my keyboard. So if I click 5, it starts, and if I click 4, it's doing its C-scan, combat scan, and shuts off. And if I press 5 again, which is this button here, it automatically shuts off. Boom. So there's a lot of code in there, and I haven't had so much trouble with the buttons. It was kind of semi-complicated actually to put it together, but it worked once I really understood how to do it. The most problem I had, of course, was to make sure that the ability understood which button controller was in charge of which button, because when we're talking about the server client reproduction and all that repo, it could sometimes get very complicated. If you want to know anything on how I built it up or how I set it up, please let me know. I love talking about it, but sometimes it's people go like, oh yeah, that is too fucking, I don't know where you're going. You're just talking about left and right and up and down and code going here and code going there and in and out and whatnot. So if you want to know exactly how I accomplished some of these things, especially how I got the ability to talk to the button widget controller is what I want to say, because that was the connection that was the most problematic for me anyway. And yeah, that's what's happened this weekend. So the big thing is, of course, so we can start dragging in high slots and get those situated on the mesh. So now we can start doing whatever we want when it comes to meshes to attach to accessories and weapons and mining units and whatnot. So we're gonna start working today on a mining unit. That's what I want to do, because I want to be able to attach mining units to this, and that we can start working on getting rocks out in the world that we can start interact with and start mining. And the mining stuff is ending up in the ore storage, so there's a lot of code going in there, and we need to measure how much ore is going to go in there, and make sure that it's, you know, don't overflow and things like that. Hey Unknown, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Hope you had a good weekend. Anyway, so that's the state we're in right now, is that we can start moving in most modules in, and it will update it as we want it to. I need to do a differentiation between the weapon slots, which are these two weapon slots, and this is just an accessory slot. So we need to do some kind of notification to the slots itself, what they actually are. We need to do that too. Anyway, so yeah, great. Questions? No? I don't know what to say. So yeah, but we're getting there. I mean, every step I do here is just, it's a huge step in both my knowledge, get the knowledge I pick up on these things, especially when it comes to the connection between the client and the server, and getting things that happens on the server to be reproduced on the client. That has been the major battle for me, but we're getting there. Yeah, since I left you guys on Friday, I worked probably 25 to 30 hours on this. I think that's about what I've been putting in. Well, probably more. I probably did 10 or 12 hours on Saturday, 10 hours at least on Sunday, and I did probably an 8 to 10 hours yesterday, and then all morning today. So it's been quite a bit, and yeah, so it looks good though. I think so. I have a little like, is it too B? Is it too much like a B? But it's a working B, so maybe it should be a B. And you can see it from a distance, right? You will have no problem seeing this guy out working when you want to go and kill him. You know? Yeah. It's supposed to be a backpack. So, yeah. But it's, at the same time, it looks like a wasp or a bee or something like that. So, but yeah. Are you working on a fuel station? Yeah. Nice. For your what do you call it? Tank? Fuel station for your tank? Yeah, my stuff here sucks. When I'm looking at it, the backpack actually looks like a bee HUD. Fuck it. I'm just happy that the code works. That's the most important thing. The rest we can figure out. And the connection is pretty nice. The only thing I see when I'm looking at this is that the light here, the light reflects from outside inside here. I don't know if that matters. It doesn't matter right now, but I'm thinking in the future if that is something I need to address or something like that. The thing is that it is a closed, watertight shell on this thing. We can actually take a look at that if I see if it works too. We had some problems. Can go over to this guy. I don't know if we can see it though. I don't know. Oh, you drive to the petrol station. Refuels. So you setting up an automatic refueling? So yeah, anyway. That is what this is, so. Okay. Boom. Let's see. And talking about code, I just realized that my slot manager component, I'm up to 1,200 lines of code in my slot manager only. There's a lot of empty space and stuff like that as well, but still, it start to get quite big. Well, what we're gonna do today is, I was thinking that I'm gonna start thinking about modeling my miner, you know. So longer you get parked there, the more fuel you get. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds really good. But I'm thinking that we're supposed to do, yeah. Well, yeah. I could probably compact it to maybe 800 lines and stuff like that if I remove some spaces in between, and you know, it's like this. But it start to grow, definitely. And I'm hope there won't be too much more when it comes to the slot manager actually. But yeah. Anyways, yeah, Blender. Let's see. So we are going to start working on a mining laser. Was the idea anyway. So let's see what the hell we have. We need to clean this up. I've been copying this out to another file, so we need to start removing some stuff we don't need in this one. So for example, all this stuff can be deleted. Let's see what we got here, honestly. It's a lot of duplicate code and shit that I've been, you know, when you need to create both a high poly version and a low poly version and whatnot, and oof. Then we're gonna have an armature for our backpack, and let's see, that one don't need to keep that. Need to remove everything that we don't need here. Hey, excellent Torch, how you doing, man? Welcome in. Jesus, nice to see you. Let's see, they remove that. We don't need that. That. Oh shit! What the hell did I remove down there? Oh shit! I got shit everywhere. There we go. And can remove this. Don't need this right now. Boom. Remove that. Let's see what else we got here. Oh. Upper body cutter. What the hell is this? What's a body cutter? Let's see. We don't need to do much about this. I'm just gonna have it as a reference. Anyway, I think we can remove all these cutters, honestly. Make you with drone. We're done. Yes, remove all these. I think we can. Yeah, this is just cutters that we can remove. There we go. Well, blend animation. No, I actually had if I put it like this, I have let the good looking stuff wait a little bit. We can look at it. We can, you know, I can show it a little quickly. I know you've been here quite a bit looking through the system. No, so what I have now is just I got some animation going on. I got some smoke puffs coming from his feet. It's not done yet. I know there's a lot of shit going on here, but right now this is, you know, I'm getting that little soft stop whenever he stops, so it looks like a machine that calculating the next step. You know what I mean? So I got that in there. I haven't done much more with animations. I need to work more. I've been concentrating on making sure that my game loops start getting worked on, because I'm talking about the game loop of mining right now. So that is what we're working on today. Is going to be start building up a tool for mining that we can attach to the arm, because this weekend I've been working on attaching things to high slots. So, okay, right. I need to fix that. There's something wrong when it loading out in the high slot from these things. It doesn't attach the module if it is already attached when we're saving it. So I need to work on that. But the major stuff is working. We can get our attachments put in, and they are triggering gameplay effects and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's what we'll be doing, and I want to be able to start working on getting a mining laser done so we can attach it, and then, you know, start interacting with other objects in the world, such as rocks and whatever. So yeah, nice to see you, dude, man. It's really nice to see you. All right, so let's see here. We're just gonna get our, well, that's our point of creation. Let's see. Everything is done there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with just using one of these and edit. Getting the center point here. And select cursor to selected. There is selection to cursors. Cursor to selected. There we go. There we go. I've got the cursor there. And I'm gonna ask, what's the best way of store stuff in game with some kind of local database? Save game. I'm still learning at the moment. Just want to know your opinion on it. So, okay. You got a couple of choices, right? You got either you can store it in, you mean in between game sessions, right? So you want to save it out of the game so you have it the next time. If you just want to do it locally, just do a save for a JSON file like this. This is a JSON file. It's an external file that you save into. And you use the JSON object and you save it down. I have a, let's see if I have any easy stuff. Let's see, this is the slot manager, but this is basically a save slot data. I think I have an easier one here that we can look at quickly under my storage manager. Let's see. Well, you see, they are bloating out quite a bit. But basically, you are first you're loading in and checking if you have a loaded a file. This is not my strong suit. I had to rip off code from right and left to make this happen. And ChatGPT was here and helped me as well, because this is not my strong side when it comes to things like that. But I think this is what you need to look into, is to create a local save file. That's the first step. The second step is if you want to bring it externally and start doing a database. But the thing is that a database is the same thing. You're creating a JSON object and you're sending JSON data. So this is basically what you're sending is this. JSON data is what you send to the database as well. So it's not a huge difference between local saving and saving to a database out of, how you put your data together. So yeah, that's what you need to look into is how to do it with, save it as a JSON file. I think that's the easiest. The problem with that, of course, is that a person that knows what they're doing, they can go in and change whatever they want in the JSON file. But yeah, it's for a single player, anything. Yeah. And if you don't really care about security or anything like that, JSON file is fine. This file can also be converted to other forms and formats. And if you do that, you can basically save it in any format you want that most people can't read. So then they can, it's more secure. But for me, if it's just local single game, yeah, a JSON format, create a save file function that saves it. It can be a little bit weird because here, this one works just fine for me. Saving single storage container, but it keep on saying that something is wrong, but everything works. I mean, it says to have 3 errors, but everything is working, so I don't know. Something is off with this, so I don't know. That's why I can't say, exactly how to do these things. I can read this stuff. If I put it like this, it's like a language. You when you start learning a language, the first thing you learn is to read, to understand what the different words do, and what the second thing is that you start hearing what it's telling you, but that doesn't really apply here. But the third level is when you can start spinning it out yourself, and you know exactly what everything is doing and what functions to use, and that's the third level of learning. And I'm at level 1. I can read through this and go like, okay, it's creating a JSON container here. It's make shareable. It's to do with let's see, the security, the thread safe and stuff like that. And then setting the string value. I mean, I can read through this and understand it, but you spit this out and tell somebody else exactly what to do. No, that's not where I'm at right now. Anyway, all right. Talking myself into a freaking hole. All right, we're going to change this, going back to Blender here. I'm going to change this to unit scale 1. The thing is that when I read somewhere that when you import this to from Blender to Unreal Engine, you're supposed to put unit scale as 0.001 or 1, so 0.01. And then you scale it up to 100 times 100 in Unreal Engine. And that seems to work when it comes to animation, because when I did this with the animations before, it was all over the place. But when I changed this unit scale, it started working just fine. So I've been following that practice anyway. I think so. I haven't really worked with other people. I just been learning on my own. But it seems like that is the way most people do it, especially when we start working with databases. Some people I know, they've been talking about security, that if you save it as a save file in JSON format, most people can read it, go in, edit it, and all of a sudden they got end game stuff. But you can transfer this into other type of data. I suppose so, man. That was a long time ago. Hope you have a good day. Or Sir Bozo, maybe Sir Bozo, like Mr. Bozo. Yeah. But I know you can convert the language that most people can't read, so that's increases the elevation of security. But you know, like I said, I'm not the best. I found a problem with my PC is lagging when I open Rider and the UE5. Hey, Rider, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. Use C++. It turns out because I use an HDD, not an SSD. Oh, yeah. Number one, yes, SSD is of course the way to go. Number two, I heard somewhere that I haven't seen that, but Rider take a shit ton of RAM. I got 64 gigs on my computer, and that's might be the reason I haven't really noticed it. But somebody told me, like, yeah, I don't like Rider because it takes like 10, 11, you know, was it 10 megabytes? Okay, 10 gigabytes of RAM just to keep it open. And I was like, okay, really? And if you have an HDD and not an SSD, then yeah, that could be a problem. I'm working out of the new version of the SSD, so it's not the old. You know, they had some kind of new high-speed SSDs that they introduced a couple of years ago, or I don't know when they did it, but I put in one of the new high-speed ones, and yeah, if you have 16 gigs and 10 for Rider would be one of the reasons that it doesn't really work now. Yeah, no, I tried because I've been doing a lot of Blender stuff and stuff. I went like, let's put in some extra RAM. Yeah. So that is a problem. Oh, let's see. I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna Google mining lasers in game. That's gonna take a look at if we have any images that we can. New. I just wanted to, get a little feeling. Because I was thinking, I really hate the Star Citizen version of mining laser. It looks like I don't know what the fuck it looks like. It almost looks like those how should I put it? The things that the nozzles that they have when they're tanking an airplane in air in the F-14 goes up and gonna tank up its fuel. That looks like the nozzle that sticks out. It looks like a penis or something. I don't know. Yeah, 32 might be enough. Yeah, I should think so. I don't know. I'm thinking about increasing mine again, getting those 16 gigabyte per thing. That would be. No, that's what I have. Don't they have bigger ones? Because I saw somebody had 128. I went like, oh, that sounds good. That sounds cool. Yeah, I was thinking something more along these lines. Because I was thinking I can animate it to, rotate. So I want a rotation kind of deal in it. So I got multiple of these. And then if we are thinking about having a mining laser that you need to break up rocks, or you come in and you have a big rock and you need to shoot it or something like that, you can have like a pulse gun in the center or something like that. And then you have these outer layer that are actually doing the mining. So you animate that to start spinning. These extra things start spinning. And then you produce a beam from that. Yeah, there you go. Get 2 terabyte RAM. Oh my god, 2 terabyte, Jesus. No, I saw that somebody had 128, and I was like, that should be pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know. Ugh, it's a lot of fucking shit here. But I think that if we start, if I just go in and creating a, let's get a cylinder 32. I don't know, 64. Oh, 651, 64. Let's do this. Get my mouse out of the way. Sharpen, scale. It's getting that. Grab X. Don't want it to. No. Grab X. Grab Z. Sorry. No, grab Y. What the hell? Scale X. No, scale Y. Bit there. Okay, let's bring this into a. More RAM you have, the lower RAM speed you get? Really? Oh, alright then. Okay. I don't know, nothing. I just thought it sounded cool with a lot of RAMs. Is that too many verses? I think that is too much anyway. I think that is too much. Boom. Remove that. Gonna get down to 32 instead. 32. Is that too much either? I don't know. No, I think that's okay. I'm not saying that this is where it's gonna be. I just want to see size-wise. Yeah, I want it to be a bit bigger. So it's gonna, the smaller pipes is gonna come in the front or something like that. Oh shit. This is always the problem. You never know what the hell you're supposed to do. Grab Z. Grab Y. Can we hide that fucking thing? I don't want to see that right now. You see YouTube with Linux tests used 2 terabyte RAM to open 1000 tabs and still had 1.8 terabytes. Well, I have. Yeah, right. I have a AMD 9 something, 3200 something, blah blah. Don't know, really. Alright, let's see here. I'm gonna do this. Come on, man. This. Thank you. Gonna get another. Let's see. Mesh. Okay. I know there's a way to do this. Let's see here. I'm gonna remove that. I'm gonna do this. Let's see if I remember how to do this. So we're gonna move the. Come on. Boom. Thank you. Selected to. Oh, shit. Cursor to selected. Now I'm gonna do a. Need to do an array that rotates, right? Right. Right. Object to do a mesh cylinder. 1990. Scale it down. So, let's see here. Grab. Scale. I know I had some kind of operations here. I don't remember it was though. Anybody remember how to do this? I need to add a modifier, screw. It needs to have an array modifier anyway. Array. Press H to help. I know there is a way. Let's see. Add new array, remove. Access scroll. Modifier up and down scroll. Was there just a yeah, the thing is that I know there's a way to do this, but I just don't remember. I haven't used this in so long. Because I don't want to use a, well, you can use a curve, add the curve and then follow curve and all that. I just want to, there you go. It's always fun to play around with this shit and like, oh yeah, there we go. That's what do you call this? It's a internet, or how many bars you have on your phone. Isn't that what that looks like? You can do this. That's not really what I wanted, but it's actually pretty fun to play around with, you know? It's not really what I want, but solidify. No, there is. But I thought it was something that I had. I saw it when I was doing a tutorial on the hard ops here, and I know they talked about it in there, but I think I remember that. Mirror polygon, add modifier, no. Smart apply, no. Twist dice. This is what we have. Oh, there you go. Yeah. It's not really what we want, but we need to be able to change it to. Right now it goes way too high. And it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's see what they are doing here really. not really what I wanted, but yeah. There we go. So much shit in these things, and if you don't really play with it constantly, then you know, radial array. There we go. That's what I was talking about. I knew there was something there. Like everything, you know, you be scale. No. Yeah, let's see, where does this scale Y? Nope, scale X, nope, scale Z, apparently. Take this object. And then you... Yeah, that doesn't look good. Let's try to do something. I know we can do it with the code. Just I really don't. This is not a good thing to do on stream because when I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing, and then that's usually what happens. I'll sit there and go like, okay, this looks good, and this looks good, and this looks good, and this, you know, and then just playing around with it, and then all of a sudden, wait a minute, this looks good, and I mean, so I think we're gonna move back to Unreal Engine and do something there where I actually can do things and plan something out, because this is just, I don't know, it's embarrassing. All right. It's just feeling embarrassing. It's after a while like, okay, how do I do this? Oh yeah, how did I do this? No, right. How did I do this? Because I want to do something specific, and then I'm like, oh fuck me. That's fine. It's fine. So let's see what we can do. I mean, this is just show and tell anyway. So what's the next step here? Okay, forget about that. Let's get to look at our windows here. We haven't done anything on this in quite a while, actually. Maybe we should just take a look at, let's see, storage. We wanted to track how much storage we have in our storage unit, and that means that everything needs some kind of size, right? I don't think we actually have any size on any of these objects. So let's see, we want to add a size to these. I also want to present that in these, because this is not going to be looking like this. You know, I want to have some more information in here. So let's just add a slot for size. How big they will be in our storage. And then the next thing I need to start considering at least is that what can be in the ore storage. So we need to have some kind of rules stating that in here we can only have ore. And if we only can have ore in here, we need a probably something to tell an item what they are. And let's see if we have that. I think we have something of that in here. Let's see, closing that one down. That just makes me irritated. But boom. So let's see. We got right now equipment items, and we need to. Let's take a look at the data asset for that. Let's see, blum. The data asset should have something about size, right? Item size. So how large is each item? And this can be a float value. Can't even, right? Float value called item size. And let's see here. Properly edit anywhere and category. GD. Come on. So this would be more of a type of I'm in the wrong fucking place. What the hell am I doing? X. Wrong place. This is sometimes it just amazes me how stupid I am. There we go. That's a module. Slot type. Let's see, information windows. This is like attribute values. So it should be attributes here, I guess. Boom. Let's see here. Boom. Right. So an item size. So let's see if we can go in and restart this. Start adding item sizes to our things. Nice. Launching. So yeah, another plans for the day. I have to. Me and my wife are gonna sit up tonight and watch the thing happening in the US. I'm gonna have some popcorn and watching it collapse. Now, my wife is American, so she's a little bit worried on what's going on in her home country. So yeah, it will be an all-nighter for us. So probably not going to be much streaming tomorrow, I can tell you that. Not much working at all. Alright. Assets. Let's see, content. Content game. Blueprint. Gameplay effects. Not it. Let's start with our low slots. Oh, that gameplay effects. Hold on. Critical items. Low slots. There we go. So all of them gonna have a item size. Yeah, it's election today. So yeah, it's a lot of shit gonna happen over there. Hey, Dark Players said, how you doing, man? 4 gigabytes of RAM and do some stuff in Unity. Yeah, I mean, some things can probably work out pretty well, right? Other things, like if you're gonna start streaming a lot of memory stuff, then it's gonna be harder. I mean, my games are often very, memory heavy with things, a lot of things going into to be stored. So yeah, I mean, it depends on what you're doing, of course. 4 gigabytes works fine for certain things, especially if you in Unity you can do the 2D games. That works just fine, I think. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't that long ago since I did only had 4 gigs myself. So I think these low slots, all of them could be 5 in size. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but I just want to say, let's see, that one is probably a broken one. This is broken, right? Yeah, that's broken. You can delete that. Force delete, so we clean that up. Mid slots here, combat scanner probably can be 5. I think that the ones we need, echo, Jesus, it was a while ago. Energy battery 5. I mean, we can change the values here at some point anyway later on. Battery, let's see, targeting, what is this? Array enhancer, put that at 5. I want the big storage things that we have in the high slot should be at least bigger. Let's see, high slot, mech backpack, set that to 10. So now all my models has a size anyway. So whenever we drag in, because I want to use the attribute system gas system here. So whenever we add something to a storage, it will use the gas system to update the value of the storage. So whenever we drag out an item, it should update it, and whenever we drag something in, it should update. So that means that our storage here need access to our gas system, right? And need to be able to apply gameplay effects. And because we need to create a gameplay effect that pick up the size of the module. Let's say you need to pick up the size of the module and then apply that size to the rest of the things that are, the value that's in there. So basically it needs a executive calculation script, because it needs to pick up information from the item, the module itself. But how will we know how much to pick up? Should I just leave that blank? Can I do that? So if I drag in a module, can I leave that blank? Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's create an exec calculation script. Components, let's see where we ability system component, exec calcs. Have one that we don't going to use in the future anyway, but let's create a new calculation Gameplay effects, execution, calculation. Is that it? Is that the name of it? I don't really remember it. Gameplay effect, execution, calculation. Yeah, that's it. That's the one we want. And we are going to call this storage calculation. Exec calc. Right. How Dark's player uses his 4 GB RAM. I don't know. Maybe Unity is a little bit cheaper to run. I don't know what code editor they use. It's been so long since I even opened Unreal Unity. I mean. Thank you. All right, let's just copy some of these basic code that always have to be in here. Come on. Generate definitions, yes, boom. So there's a lot of the same code. I have a video exactly explaining a executive calculation script. I have that video on YouTube here. So, but basically this part here is picking up what attributes we want to change. You know, which attribute are we going to affect in our script. That is what this top part is. Let's see here. What the hell? I saw something here so weird. Why do I have a forward declaration here? Makes no sense, but okay. Go. And we are going to take care of, let's see, ship fitting. No, not ship fitting. That's not where we have it. We have it in our UGD health attribute. We're gonna say storage something. No, I have to look into the file to see what we called it. Did I even do this right one? Yeah, health. Main store size is the one we want. Storage calculation, yes. So afraid to do it wrong file because I've been doing it sometimes. I just basically overriding the correct code with wrong code, and then it's like, oh my god, it's a big main fucking mess. Come on, man. So let's see, high slot in, if we can name this whatever we want. So we're gonna call this storage, GD storage, statics. Yeah, copy that, put that there, and there, and there, and we're done. Okay. So the next part is going to collect, you know, first of all, we need to do this one. In here, boom, boom, and There we go. All right. Let's see. We're gonna collect some information about where the script is coming from. For example, what avatar or actor we're using. We're getting our spec. We're getting the module that we're dragging, that we're using, that triggered this whole thing. And we're going to get our effect context. This is for the slots. Whenever we drag something into a slot, and we're not going to worry so much about that because we're not going to use a slot context for this one. So we start there. Boom. Just grabbing this information here. Don't need that one. Can overwrite that. And item. I don't know if we should do this. I think we can wait with that. Because that doesn't really matter for our purposes. Let's see. Right. So first we're gonna get a flow for storage. Oh, you can call it current storage, right? Can do. And this is what we're going to update when we are running our calculation script. So this is just, what the hell, come on, man. Bum, bum, bum. This is our max, no, our storage, main storage definition. Didn't we get that relation params? Oh, this one, we got that, yeah. There's so much just copy paste because it's the same thing over and over again. And the current storage. All right, so that's basically the copy pasting part. Let's grab this and I can update it. This is gonna be our UGD health attribute set. Go. UGD health attribute set, static class. Alright, so let's see. How the hell are we gonna do this now? So if we drag this item, we drag it in, and we want to know gonna get a source object. We need this source object anyway, but we don't want it to be an equipable item. Let's see here, because equipable item is only the modules, right? All the modules are equipable items, but let's say we drag in something that's not equipable, then this won't work. So I'm thinking all my items is, let's see here, components. That is the top level, that's the problem. It's an interactable interface. Equipable item is a new object. We can cast a new object though. And then we can do it as a new object. That could work. If we do it as a new object, and then we have some kind of interactable interface that we have, and then we have a function on the interface that we run through the U object. That could work. That means that we need to do this, and we're going to call this a new object instead. Object. And we're going to call this item. We're not going to cast this, or should we cast it? Maybe we need to cast it. Oh, I don't remember. Okay. So now we have an item, and the item, let's say an interactable interface, and we can create a function here, and it's going to return a float, and we're going to call this get item size. Don't need any inputs there, I think. Yep. All right. So let's go to our equipment items here, and that is an interactable interface. So yeah, let's do a virtual float get item size implementation, and let's generate that. And what I can do is I can get our from our, so this is just grabbing our module data table, and we could actually store this when we're creating this bad boy. Let's see, when we're creating the item, do we have access to all this? Yes, we do. So what I can do is just copy this mother here and move that. And let's just do this. I'm gonna create a criminal item age. Wait a minute, we have a module data asset already. Where the fuck do we set that? We gotta set that when we're creating it, right? Huh. We can just do this then. Module data asset get size. No, size item size. There we go. That should do that. That should fix that problem. So we can return that value. So that means that we down here, I don't even know if we need that right now, but if I now do interactable interface, execute, get item size, then we are going to use a U object, which is item. All right, so that is the size, so item size. Float, item size. There we go. Cool. Now we want to, yeah, there we go. We're gonna get, let's see here. We probably at some point need to know where we are dragging it, but let's worry about that later. We're gonna get a float for current item, no, current main storage. We're just gonna care about this. Size. No, we have that, sorry. Current, let's see, max. We want to have the max main storage size. And that is gonna be health attribute set. Get max main storage size. We just want to get this to work. We don't really care about all the fine shit. So now we have the max main storage, we have the current storage, and we have the item size. So if current storage plus item size, okay, that was not really what I wanted. Item size is greater than max main storage size. Boom. Now we're gonna say, well, we can set this as not, right? I don't know if I need to do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There. Else. Okay. So now I have the current storage plus the item size. If that is greater than the max main storage, if it's not, so I decline this, then add the item to the storage and update the size of the storage. No, max. No, yeah. Okay, so if it is greater than the main storage, then we just say we will not increase the storage, and we will decline to update the storage items. So it's a lot of functions going to come in here, but you know, we'll deal with that when we get to it. Inform user that the storage is over capacity. We will not increase the storage, and we will decline to update. Why is there red there? Do I need to do that? Oh, Jesus, is picky. All right, that's that. Let's keep that down there so I don't sit and look at the numbers. So let's see, we can just take that from here. We don't have to worry about that. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it, because why not, right? So basically what we want to do here is update. If it is going to be updated, we want to first grab our storage attribute, get main storage attribute, boom, that's the one, and we are going to update that. So we're going to take a storage attribute, boom, and we are not going to override here, we're going to add, right? Going to add bonfire night, so sounds like a war zone. Oh, really? Is it bonfire night? Why would it be bonfires tonight? Is there some kind of special occasion? I know that they had, for some reason, Irish people seem to do firecrackers and shit and rockets and stuff on Halloween. I don't know why, but that's what they do. So we had a lot of that last week. No, not that. Oh, shit. Current storage is that, and we want to have... Oh, right. We want the current storage plus item size. No. We want the item size. Wait a minute. We're doing additive, so we're going to add the item size to it. That's it. Right. Right. Try to burn down the government. Oh, yeah, that dude. Yeah, I saw something about that. I saw a documentary about that. Guy Fawkes. Isn't that the guy that they do the Anonymous mask? Isn't that Guy Fawkes? The Anonymous? I think it is. Ah, so that's what's going on now, right? Alright, so here we are just going to take our avatar actor. So we got him target avatar here. And we're going to cast him to our player controller. I'm going to say our AGD player controller. Oh shit, what the hell happened here? AGD player controller pointer. Hey Dan, how you doing, man? Jesus, nice to see you. 5th of November, big fires and fireworks. All right. Well, that's the way it is. You know, you got to celebrate something, right? Every country has their own. We have a Sweden has a big celebration. Is it tomorrow? Well, it's not a big celebration, but it's a day to notify. You know, to. So on November 6th, 1632, the fog was heavy over the city of Litzen in Germany, and the Swedish king fell from his horse and got killed, apparently in the war. And that's tomorrow. And the 30th of November, they had some celebration about some king that died in Norway. Ah, yeah. Oh, to be honest, everybody that want to be free should be free. That's my point of view on it. People should be able to declare themselves who want to govern them. And yeah, the Brits had a lot of wars during, or I think they couldn't fight all those wars that they had to go through the entire 1900s, you know. ADD player controller. So we need to get our player controller to be able to target avatar. Boom. This could be a problem. Because we don't want to do this at the target avatar. We want to do it at the source avatar, right? When I'm thinking about it. Yeah. Well, the Swedes were more. If you ever heard about the Vikings that was in Kiev and stuff like that, and traveled around in Russia, that was the Swedish Vikings. The Norwegian Vikings and mostly the Danes were the ones that traveled to England, and that's what the whole thing is. So funny, because if you look at history, they talk about the Danes crossed the ocean and found a land called England and attacked it. And it's like, to be honest, the Danes from Jylland, because that's what, or Jysk as they call it in English, I think, Jysk. It's called Jylland in Sweden. Anyway, they could, without a problem, travel along the coast and see England across the water, you know. They were not, you know, they talked about them traveling across the ocean and attacking, but it was like they gotta have known that was there because they had it, you know, and the Romans, yeah. Um, the Norwegian ones, are the one that, you know, went to Iceland and to Greenland, and that was a bigger feat than to go to England, if I put it like that. And the Swedes, they crossed the Baltic, and you know, yeah, basically it's island hopping. It's very short distance. If you know anything about the Baltics, between Sweden and Finland, it's a very short distance that hasn't any islands. Otherwise, you just do island hopping in between Sweden and Finland. Yeah. Yeah, Greenland is full of snow, yeah. They talked about that. Why you call it Iceland, Iceland, and Greenland, Greenland? Somebody says that they wanted to, the enemy should think that they don't want to go to Iceland because it's full of ice. I don't know if that's fucking true, but that's the story. They send them to Greenland because there's nothing there. Let's see. I want the source avatar rather than the target avatar. Target ability system component. Get avatar active from the target avatar. Question is, do we want, because let's say that we drag an item from our storage into a container box, right? Then we don't want to get the target because we're dropping it into a container that is on the target. We don't want to drop it off, you know. We want to know who we are, and we are the source. So yeah. So I'm gonna change this and get source ability system component. Because we're not using target avatar to anything else, are we? So if I use this, let's just double check this. Source ASC, and copy that and do that and do that. And we're saying source actor. We don't use it for anything else. It's just this. Shut up. That's not true. We use that here. So we need the target avatar, target ASC as well. Yeah. So we need both of these boys. We need both. No source avatar. And we need the target avatar. Target ASC. Target ability system component. Target target avatar. All right. So we need to have the target avatar. We'll get that there. All right. So here we got the controller for our source player, source actor. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take the controller, and on this controller we have a function called message center, play center screen message. And what's the message? Well, we are going to say item does not fit into storage, like so. And that's it. Right now it's just gonna disappear. We need something to decline to update the store's item. We need to somehow put item back to where it came. So when we drop it in the storage, it should decline it, and then it should back out the drag and drop functionality. It should like decline that. I don't really know how we're gonna do that. Yes, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, but let's do something with this. We can update item size now. So we need to see if we can actually make this to happen. That's the first step, right? To first create a gameplay effect. Then we're gonna go and create some kind of function that will trigger whenever we drop it, and going to apply this gameplay effect with the executive calculation. All right. I don't know. I've been pressing P forever to remove that fucking thing, but it keeps on popping in. I've been saving and I don't know what to do. Can I, not get that every time I start up this freaking thing? Because it looks horrible. Anyway, right. So what we're going to do here is going to go to content game blueprint. Okay. Gameplay effects. I get ship overall. I can storage. I don't know, because this is going to be used for external boxes, like whatever that is. It's not here because it's getting added code. Yeah, but it will also be used for ships and vehicles. So gameplay. Maybe I should add it in the other one though. Let's do it here. Gameplay effects. Boom. And this is going to be EE storage calculation. Anyway. I get a dog trying to get in here. So it's going to be an instant, and we are going to call storage calculation executive, and we are going to add one item, which is the main storage size. We're going to add. Now we're not going to do anything here. We are just going to leave it at that, because otherwise we're going to add some modification and scalable and whatever. But I want to be able to do that while we drag in the item, right? I think that's what we should do. All right. What I'm gonna do though is I'll leave it now. I was thinking about copy reference and put it on a paper or something like that, but we'll leave it for now. So we're closing down that. All right. Oh shit! That was stupid. So so why I said it was stupid was I was thinking when we're dropping things in, let's take a look at that. So draggable floating widgets. Ship window. this guy here, because this is where we had the drag and drop functionality. Top move module, add item, target is inventory component. So this add item functionality here actually have a boolean coming out, and that boolean can be of course checked against. So if we can get some kind of functionality into this saying that it is okay to drop it, or if it's not okay to drop it. So this can go, and we can probably, yeah, get something happening with this boolean if we are full. I mean, shouldn't be able to drop it. And otherwise it's just a cleanup fixed for wherever it came from. Remove item from arrays and stuff like that, and cleaning up where it came from. This is actually where the magic happens. And this is in the vehicle scroll box controller. So let's see, what happens is that we are creating content. No, add, look at the wrong one. Here we go. Add item, and it's an inventory component. So let's see, and it returns a bool. And what I want to do here is basically create a, let's put some code in here, some pseudocode, and just say what the hell we want to do. We want to create a gameplay effect, create and apply gameplay effect. And when we're doing that, we're not getting a reply that it's okay or not. We need to have, we'll see what we can do there later on. Right now we just want to see if we can update the numbers, right? Stores by type. No, store the item num. Storage item. Let's see. I was going to see here. We're just adding it to the stored item. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a quick gander at, just to see how we did it. And let's get our item. Equipable item, we have that there. We close these guys down, close that guy down. Equipable item, we can take a look at how we actually are creating our so we're creating a context handle, and then this is nothing. This is just because I'm using a specific slot effect context. We don't need to do that. And then we add a source object. Interesting, because this is source object is what we are getting from the source. So we're gonna get our vehicle, And let's see here. Build system component. We are getting a spec handle. With that spec handle, we're adding a tag. This is specific for fitting vehicles, and then we're applying the spec. So we can just do all this and just remove what we don't need. The hell are we? This is the wrong. Wait a minute. Did I close the freaking thing I had open? I guess so. Huh. Alright, a lot of stuff happening here, but not really. So this one can, first of all, this can be abilities component. Let's see here. This one can just be added. That should be fine. This is going to be make. Oh, come on. Why not? No. Stop there. Inventory component. We're going to get owner. Get component by class. GVD ability system component. That's not it. Wait a minute. Get owner. Get ability system. Let's see. I'm just all over the place sometimes. So we're getting the owner here. First of all, we're going to cast it. Vehicle base. Get owner. Jesus Christ. Owner. Boom. And let's see. Now we're gonna get the owner there. We're gonna get the owner has ability system component. Get ability system component. There we go. And we are saying that this is gonna be a UGD ability system component. Ability. Let's see. We'll call that GD ability system component. We can copy that guy there. And the GDD ability system component. And we're going to cast this stuff here. And we need to set the word cast as well. Can't just expect it to work without us telling it to. And yeah, we need a little asterisk there. Boom. And now we can say make effect context. Boom. Finally. A lot to do, but nothing. Yeah. Hi, Coltrane. Hi, buddy. Remove these guys here. Boom. We don't need that. We don't need this. It's just a static cast. Add source object. Now the source object is going to be owner. Right? Because it's that guy, so we can get all the good stuff from that. Let's see here. We need to make a spec handle, and here we go. We're gonna make an outgoing spec. So we need an effect, and that's the one we created, and we need a level, and it's gonna be 1 because I only have 1 level on that one. Now we need to get this effect, and yeah, we need to get a object. So we're gonna use a function up here, right here. But first we need to have something to store it in, right? So it's gonna be a T object, T subclass up, and it's gonna be U gameplay effect. We'll declare it, and we're gonna call this storage effect. Really bad at naming. Just call it view property. There. And we're gonna go in here and we're gonna get our static. And you think I remembered it by now, but I don't. Let's grab our, should have something in here. And I was gonna grab some code. Widget controller. I think a couple of these has it. I used it quite a bit, but I just don't remember it. It's this guy right here. Nice. Vehicle scroll box controller, we can skip that one, and there we go. However, it's not going to be a class, it's going to be a F object finder. It's going to be a U gameplay effect. And it's going to be a gameplay effect object. Full there, object, and copy this guy here. Is that not supposed to be an object? Jesus. Is it a class finder really? Subclass. Yeah, we use a T subclass, so we're not supposed to use a T subclass. So we're just going to use a T object pointer. Is what we're going to use, right? Yes. So I need to get the address for my lovely effect. Gameplay effects, whereas ship overall, stores calculation, copy reference. Let's grab it in here. Boom, 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 boom. All right, everything before game can go, and everything after the dot and after can go. All right, so now we have our object stored. Instead of adding, because previously I created blueprints of everything. Everything had a blueprint. Then I found this object finder and class finder, and all of a sudden I don't have to do it because I don't have to store it. Stop, Coltrane. Coltrane, stop. I see you. I know you're there. It's okay. Yeah, we're not going to sit too long, Coltrane. We're going to go out and do some fun stuff. Gotta go to the store in a bit, half an hour or something like that. Oh, no. Thank you. Ah, shit. What did I do wrong? Something is not liking this anyway. Module effect. Data asset module effect. What's wrong with this? Oh. It needs a FGD gameplay tags. No, that is something else. I got nothing to do with this. Why is this red? Cannot convert an L value of T object point to U gameplay effect to parameters of T sub. It's supposed to be a C subclass. God damn it. It's supposed to be a T subclass. Huh, okay. T subclass all. Alright, let's change it back then. God damn it. So that works. Yes, kind of. Well, we need a comma there. But yeah, alright, so we need to change this to a T-class finder. And what the hell, what happened now? F-class finder. That shit happened. Well, easy to fix. Alright, what are you now screaming about? Oh, yeah, so that's fine. Let's see. Okay, so now we got the spec handle here. And let's see here. Do we need to do anything with this? We need to get the spec, right? We don't need to add a tag on it though. That's fine. Don't need to do that because that is fine. So we just need to apply spec handle. Don't use this. Using the spec handle. That's it. I don't know. Am I missing something? Probably forgot to do something here, so let's run this and see the crash. Right? Because if I remember correctly, I set it up so it should see whenever we add something. It should update the HUD. I don't know. Probably something is gonna go wrong, so. No crash yet. Fitting window, main storage, got it 1 there for some reason. Nothing happens. Ah, there you go. Yeah. God damn it. Alright. Let's it's always fun. I don't know what's happening here, so we're gonna try to figure out what the hell is going on. So first of all, oh, sorry. Let's see. Code wise, want to know, does this even happen at all? Yes, it does. All right, so that's the first thing. Let's go into our stores calculation. And we basically can start here somewhere in my server that's actually getting triggered, and it's not. Okay, so we don't end up in here at all. So this is our stores calculation exec calculation. That's fine. So we don't end up in there. So that means What does that mean? What does that mean? Instant execution, stores calculation, exec-calc. This one, add. I mean, I just want to see if something gets triggered at all. That's some shit, because I don't really know what's happening here in the background. That one get triggered, and GD ability. Let's just see if all these things are actually happening. To target. Think about it. Target. The target is GD ability. So target is self. That's fine. Vehicle base is fine. That is perfect. Item coming in here is equipment item number 5. Oh, wait a minute. We don't know what the hell this is inside here, right? So we need to have the source. Hold on. Okay, there we go. The item is the source. But it's not an item, it's item dot item object. It's the source. Right? That's the first thing I see. I mean, this is usually how I do it. It's I throw something on the screen, and then I start to track what's happening step by step, and I, fix things. Because I always see, oh, this is not going to work because this is nothing, and this is nothing, and this is nothing. Because if I look at the source here, I'm calculating the source, right? Which is the item is coming from the source. All right, so now we're applying it here. Still don't know why we don't get into it. Stores calculation executive. The only thing I can, I don't know, hold on. So stores calculating executive, that's that. That's fine. Apply gameplay effect spec to target. That's fine. And make outgoing spec. Well, let's look at the spec here. Drag that out. Drag that in. Make outgoing spec. Storage calculation. Let's look at this bad boy. Where is my cooked Ubergraph? Überkraftfunktion. Dynamic bindings, no. Simple inherent. Override call functions. It's like I don't get the right version of it, right? But I don't see an execute at all. Storage effect. I mean, none of these things I usually see in a gameplay effect I can see here at all. Spec handle them. Just a okay. Modifiers, modified definition. That's empty. It should be empty. Back context. Back causer. Source object is fine. Something I'm not seeing that I expected to see. I don't see the execution. Shut that down. I don't see this part. I mean, I see modifiers, that's fine, but execution, I don't see it at all. Let's take a look at one of the other ones and just see what's happening when I'm executing that. Modules. Where the fuck are you? Equipment items. Oh, let's see here. We got apply effect, blah 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 blah. Let's see here. We're gonna go into like it's exactly the same one here. And let's drag in a item into a slot. Just do a yeah. Sorry. Oh, we can actually look at that here. Targeting amplifier. Let's see here. So this is the module effect. Object pointer. The amplifier is the object. I got all that shit. I don't need that. Execution. Got nothing about execution in here either. Okay. Spec candle. Let's take a look at that. Ah, come on, man. Data modified, dynamic. Spec context data. I'm not supposed to see that in here? There we go. Backing target attributes, backing definition. Yeah, here we go. You can see that there. These are all the things I'm getting from the script. So it's captured relative attributes, relevant attributes. We can see that in our spec handle. Okay. So let's go here. I'm gonna go that there. Target back in definition. Here we go. Main storage. Yep. So we got that. So we have the right script. For some reason, just don't dive into it. Main storage size. Everything looks good here. But for some reason, it doesn't. Oh, okay. Apply. Yeah, we get into a point where I go like, ugh, I have no fucking idea. I need to I need to take a break and figure it out. I've been working since 8 o'clock this morning, so I start getting a little tired. I know I only been streaming for a couple of hours, but it's, you know, I've been working since 8 o'clock with this this morning. Yeah, Coltrane started saying that, hey, it's time for us to go for a walk now. Anyway, I just want to show off a little bit what I've been working on this weekend and some pretty big progress that we've been taking. So that's basically what the stream was all about. So I really like streaming, but at the same time, whenever I stream, it feels like I'm, you know, putting on the spot as well. So, but anyway, I will continue working on this, and I love to see you guys in here. So I'll be back and stream. Probably not tomorrow because I'm gonna be pretty tired. Tonight it's gonna be a late night, and well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so if you have any suggestions on things we can implement into the game and stuff like that, please feel free to just put it in the comment section or catch me up on Discord, exclamation mark Discord. And you know, if you have any suggestions or anything like that, let me know. Anyway, until then, I'm Swap Up Gaming, and I'll see you next time, guys. and it's always enjoyable to see you all in here. Take care. Bye bye.